I want to take a focused look at statements. Genuine substantive thoughts are rare, especially in the rapid give and take in conversation. We all feel a bit pressured to offer something meaningful to the dialogue, to impress the people around us. This happens in writing no less than in speech. So when we do get a thought, when we stumble upon some valid contribution to the discussion, an idea that will surely convince or fool everyone that we actually know what we're talking about, a tinge of excitement tingles our every nerve. This thought will likely erupt in a mere instant after formation, rushing out into the world dressed in whatever words it can throw on. Points for spontaneity aside, the effect can be a bit slapdash. The thought will have significantly more power if carved into a structurally sound sentence. Pick a noun, give it a verb. This takes a moment. It can be difficult. It can make conversation awkward. You'll probably seem pretty confused at first. With time and practice, however, you'll start making sense. That's still not the hardest part. The most excruciating test of linguistic discipline comes after the first few words breathed into the world. But this resisting of every human instinct of communication often comes with an easily recognizable red flag. Simply, when offering up a statement, beware of the word because. This is where structure falls apart. This is the end of disciplined thought, and not coincidentally, the start of casual conversation. Unsurprisingly, it is scrupulously avoided by serious writers and intellectuals. This is best told by example. Consider the statement, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Simple, clear, subject, verb, predicate. Sets you up to start citing statistics about nutrition and measurable productivity levels, and then develop those into a full-throated argument. But look what happens when because is added to the statement. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day because it gives you the energy to sustain a high-level performance. The entire paragraph is condensed into a single sentence. There's nothing left to say. You can see this in a few different ways. First, obviously, this is very efficient. If you're looking to save time or voice or paper or ink or digital data, this might be the way. Of course, if you're staring down the barrel of a 2,000-word essay assignment, you might want to flesh it out a bit. Plus, because indicates a linking of ideas, a complicated syllogism that pushes readers and/or listeners to evaluate the statement in the first clause, the evidence in the second, and the explanation undergirding the relationship between the two. That's a lot to chew. Listeners and readers alike could easily feel overwhelmed by that much complicated information forced upon them so fast. The inevitable effect is for them to lean back a bit, to step outside the stream of thought. This is the precise moment when communication fails. Brows furrow, eyes glaze over, and the writer, chirps along with little awareness that the audience is getting left behind. This is the effect of because. So bite it off. When you're charging ahead with your statement and see because lining up in your compositional stream, stop. Force a period into the fray and give your reader a chance to digest what you're saying bit by bit. Build your paragraph with simple sentences, one idea at a time. Accept the stiffness that comes at first. Fluency and flow will develop in time. For now, however, against every instinct, flying in the face of the very natural desire to express what you want to express as quickly as possible, bite off your statement before because. Do this as well because your paragraph should be the slow accumulation of information and interpretation that presents its conclusions only upon completion. Your paragraph is a single idea. That idea is the sum total of all the paragraph's individual parts. Blurting it out in a single sentence means that the idea doesn't merit a whole paragraph. If that's the inherent message of what you're saying, why would anyone want to waste their time considering something so trivial? Present your ideas in a way that showcases them as fully developed thoughts, a way that commands consideration and respect. That's the truest sign of effective communication.